Hello YouTube. I just thought I'd show you a quick video on my buggy that I'm doing up at the moment. See where we're up to at the moment. Now this was an absolute state when I first picked it up. It had been in someone's garden for about 5 years. What it is I think after Googling and YouTubing and everything else in, I think it's a Raketa KSN 250cc WH, sorry, WM. I think it is anyway. It looks like it on the pictures, and it's the same. Shows us it's the same layout of the engine. So all I've been doing is just sort of stripping everything down, ripping all the rust off it, getting all the scabs off it, painting it up. I've just matte black sprayed the lot, primed it, and sprayed it. It's not showroom quality, but it's all right. It starts up all right. So at the moment, I'll tell you where I'm up to. I'm sorting out this dog rough wiring. So if anyone knows anything about these buggies, the Chinese are not renowned for their good quality wiring. They tend to just strip back a bit of the PVC, solder another connection on, tape it up, and away you go. These connections are everywhere. So obviously, and they don't put it in any sort of waterproof enclosure. So as you can imagine, it just rots and falls to pieces, and nothing works. Which is where I'm at the moment. So I'm going to rewire the whole thing. There were some controls on it. Also on this buggy as well, it was road legal. Can you believe it? It was road legal. But this is just going to be used for off-road. So I've ripped all the lights and the indicators and brake lights and all the rest of the paraphernalia off it, and I've ended up with this. So on here, what I've done is that LED there, I think that's for a heat warning light. If the cooler gets too hot, that's just, well, they call it a flame out, but that's actually just a cut-off switch. And then my ignition's going to go obviously there next to that. This doesn't work. I've just ordered another one. It doesn't work. So anyway, that's the only sort of controls I'll have. Oh, there's a buzzer under there as well, and I think that's also something to do with the temperature warning light. I wanted to keep the flame out, and I wanted to keep the warning switches. I don't want this thing blowing up behind my head. If I'm bouncing over a hill, and them pipes are getting hotter and hotter, I don't want them bursting off and lashing me around the head. So that's why I've kept that. And also, if I'm upside down in a ditch, and there's petrol poured over my head, I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that if I can't get to that key. So that's the idea of that. So just going over the engine, it was a right mess. It was an absolute dog. So all I've done is change these hoses. They're all corroded. So I just put red on. It looks a bit better. It looks all right. Like I say, just clean everything up, sanded everything down, clean the tank out. There's no real rust in the tank, which is pretty fortunate. I thought I was going to have to buy a new tank. And just tidied it all up. Now I've had it turning over, but not firing, unfortunately. So, and I think the reason is to do with this little fella here. Now that bird's nest of wires is what you've got in here is a CDI. If this thing don't work or doesn't like anything, it won't work. There don't seem to be any faults with them, they just don't work. So I've ordered a new one of them. There's your main fuse. You just check that's alright. That goes to your spark plug. I've ordered a new one of them. And that is your coil, your solenoid. Coil, it's a solenoid, so I ordered a new one of them. And that's how I've started it, just by bridging that out with a pair of pliers. I can get it to turn over, but not fire. So we did that. Changed the air filter. Like I say, I mean, I'm in the UK, but trying to get these things, a lot of them are coming from China. So, if you're going to do one of these things up, spend a lot of time getting your parts list together and then order it and all in one hit. Because I've done it wrong. I've been looking at bits, ordering bits, then they come and it's something else I need to get. You know, this could take 100 years, this, with the postage from China. So have a think about it before you do it. I've got a new battery, the other battery was mullered, that wouldn't charge. And then there's stuff like this. I mean, this is an overflow tank for the coolant, but this was corroded, but they don't do the cap for the top. You can't get them. So I have ordered one, again, it's from China somewhere. It's going to take ages, so I've just put this in for now. It is doing the same thing. It's not under pressure, this thing. It's just I think it just like I'm not sure how it actually works, but I think it flows back in when you turn the engine off. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so that's where I am at the moment. There's loads of, I took loads of pictures of how rough it was when I got it, and I'll put them on before the video, and I'll update the video once I've got somewhat to update it with. But next thing is sort this dog rough wiring out, and try and get it started. Change the brake master cylinder as well. That had also seized. So the brakes work fine now on the front, but not on the back. That's a different story. They'll work on the handbrake, but not on the not off the brake master. So I'm gonna have to strip that down and have a good look at that. I haven't got a clue what treats are in store there. So anyway, that's where I am at the moment. So it's looking all right. I mean, you should have seen the state of it. It looked like it had been dragged out of a canal. So that's where we are at the moment. Okay, thanks for watching.